Azure Gleam. The Absent Emperor. The combined might of the Kingdom, Alliance, and Church crush Adrestia's forces in the Valley of Torment, forcing the Emperor and Regent Aegir to flee southward to Garreg Mach. The might of Fargis relentlessly pursues them in hopes of finally putting an end to the war. However, Count Bergliez stands firm in the way, a stalwart defender of his Emperor.
Ah, Leopold, you've come.
Why did you bring Her Majesty out here? You said yourself she's not in good shape.
It's what the situation demanded. We needed the Emperor's might to drive the Allied army away.
Did we now?
Besides, the decision was not mine to make. But now is not the time for this idle chatter. I must be going. It is essential I escort the Emperor to Garreg Mach. You shall stay behind to impede the enemy's advance. We cannot let any harm come to Her Majesty.
Somehow I doubt it's her safety you're worried about. But fine. I've got my orders. You can go.
Like, this is the first time I've seen Count Bergliez. Because I've only heard about him in Three Houses.
My deepest thanks. This way, Your Majesty.
They still do her dirty.
Adresti is not gonna last much longer if that's how our Emperor's looking.
If that's what you think, then flee. You're just a general. No noble rank to defend, nor a claim to one otherwise. Another life is out there for you, should you want it.
You're telling me to abandon the Empire? That's not like you. Though I think Linhardt might be in the Kingdom. That's definitely one way to go. But it's not really my style.
You're far too young to be throwing your life away. I wouldn't begrudge you such a decision.
It's like, I really wonder, it's like they add these lines if certain units go to, it's like if I recruit certain units. I mean, that would make sense. Like, otherwise, why would he say that?
Oh, come on! I'll land the decisive blow that'll turn this whole thing around.
Imagine a grand ship sailing on a vast sea, Caspar. One day it crosses the path of a vicious storm and begins to sink. Some panic and jump overboard. Others resign themselves to their fates and let the tempest do what it will. Yet more rob their fellow sailors for meaningless plunder, while another group clings to the helm, searching desperately to reverse their fortunes. And us? We stand proud at the bow, serenading our crew as the waves lap at their feet. Our voices are like thunder piercing through the chaos, stirring the hearts of all those who stand face to face with death.
I get it. I'm gonna scream my lungs out until I can't draw another breath. Things might be bleak now, but they're gonna learn just what the Empire is all about.
Come, my son. It's time we show them the might of House Bergliez once and for all.
The Imperial army has fled south with the Emperor in tow. They appear to be headed for Garreg Mach. And just as planned, the Archbishop and her squadron are en route there as well. But we have also received word of suspicious behavior from the fugitive Duke Aegir.
Meaning what?
Rather than retreat to the monastery, he remains roaming in the vicinity of this very battlefield. Maybe he's looking for something? Or perhaps it is a trap or a diversion of some kind. We still do not know what our enemy is planning.
But we do know that Count Bergliez has stationed units at various key points in the hopes of slowing us down. Reports say the Ashen Demon is among them as well. That fiend has already taken Rodrigue from us. If we do not wish to suffer further losses, we cannot underestimate them.
So they're back. I'll get them this time.
Well, now what? Duke Aegir might not be rushing to reach Garreg Mach, but we should be. We don't want to lose our advantage.
Of course not. But if we charge in too hastily, we'll be swarmed by Bergliez and his soldiers.
Maybe we could try and find a weak spot in their defenses and break through there.
That would all be fine and well on regular terrain. We don't really have the luxury of choosing our route here in the valley.
What about the shortcut Lady Rhea used? We would have to break into smaller units to get our whole army through, but it might just work.
It is too dangerous. Splitting up would just make us easier targets for whatever traps the enemies laid.
I fear I must agree. Such a plan could play straight into the Empire's hands. Attempting to traverse that route without the proper preparations would only result in needless loss.
Looks like you need my guidance. Hear me out. With an army as big as ours, there's no point trying to get clever with it. Our only real concern is the possibility of getting surrounded. Therefore, what I propose is...
We'll push our way through. Strike everywhere all at once. Whatever traps Duke Aegir's got for us, we'll blow straight through them. This isn't a thinking person's fight. Not now. We've got the stronger army, so let's start acting like it.
I didn't realize we had two boars on our side, though I can't say I disagree.
We have the numbers. It is a good plan.
I hold no objections. Our combined might would overwhelm even the greatest ambush. Now, the Empire will learn what the legions of Vargas are capable of.
Hey, Arval. Now that we've fought Mycen again, I think I get it. This power, it's the same one they have. You felt it too, right? The guy he mentioned before, Epimenides, he's...
Me? At least all signs point to that. Say, do you detest me? Detest the fact that I share their power?
How could I? After all you've done for me, it doesn't matter who you are. You'll always be my partner in destiny, Arval. Whatever the truth is about us.
Ah, there you are. Would you care to assist me in questioning the commander we captured? It's said they have some vital information, and I will stop at nothing to know what it is. Is everything all right?
Oh, yep. I'm sorry. I'll be right there. I'm me, and you're you. Nothing's ever gonna change that.
And what if you lose control and have to be slain by the very friends you hold dear?
We can cross that bridge when we come to it. But if that's what they've got to do, so be it. Until then, I'm gonna keep doing everything I can to help. I'll defeat that demon and protect my friends.
Back to it. I'd like to hear from everyone. Please share any suggestions you have.
What about this?
Let's see, 3 of them. Let's see, hold evaluation sessions and learn from past combat experiences. Increase the amount of experience gained when using combat arts or magic. Make it slightly easier to deepen bonds with allies.
What do you think of this?
Slightly increase experience gained by mounted classes in battle.
What about this?
I was thinking...
I'm doing this one.
Great. Let's get started.
Now then,
That's settled then. Ready yourselves for battle. And that would help with their support points. If I wasn't done with them already. ILL outskirts. Or ALL outskirts. Talk to Arval. In truth, I believe your remarkable growth has me lamenting my current situation. It makes me reminisce about the days when you would waver and I would set you right again. Yet now, you have the strength to set yourself right. I only hope you find the best path forward for both of us, Shez. Alrighty, I'm gonna check on a few things before actually starting this base camp focus. So give me just one moment. Yes, I'll say this before I actually start. It's like I was told that Yuritsa's the Death Knight. I pretty much had my suspicions. Because he just disappeared from the story after a certain point in Three Houses and this game. It's just that it's weird that Mercedes doesn't know that Yuritsa is her brother. I don't remember yeah, he was wearing a mask over his... Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to remember.
Oh, it's you.
Oh boy. I wasn't sure... I sure wasn't expecting a huge brawl like that, but we managed to make it out of ALL. Minister of Military Affairs? More like Minister of Military Who Cares? We're practically invincible after surviving that fiery pit. They don't stand a chance. Whoa, excuse me. Guess I'm still a bit hot under the collar. Yeah, because we're in such a hot area.
It is you.
It is me.
I wish to speak with you.
The Archbishop should be capable of reaching the monastery undetected. A cadre? I don't know how to say that word. Of her finest knights is also escorting her should anything come to pass. Ask about the Knights of Sero's strength.
Hey!
Let me ask you this. How did the church manage to get so many strong people in the Knights? They were not necessarily always so powerful. You may think of it as the result of hard work and experience. Even in times of peace, they remain busy mediating conflicts and dispatching bandits to protect the safety of the faithful. Knights from other regions cannot compare when it comes to actual battle experience. That is all there is to it. That said, we cannot afford to dawdle. You would do well to prepare for the next battle. I shall do that. Why would I invite him on an expedition? Alright, let's see what's going on in here. What up, Marianne?
Actually...
Even among the Imperial soldiers, there were those offering prayers to the goddess on the battlefield. They may be our enemies right now, but we all call Fodlan our home. They have friends and families of their own. We're fighting people just like us. I'm sorry, I must sound silly. Praise her. No, I think it's good for you to feel that way. It's easy to lose sight of that when you've been at war for so long. But right now we have to fight. You think you'll be okay?
Yes.
I'll manage. We must end this, for all those who have lost their lives in this wretched war. Hopefully the war will be ended soon. Because I honestly did not expect to go into battle immediately. I say this with quotations since it took me so long to actually get to the main quest of Chapter 13. It's weird that we went straight into battle with like no side quests or anything, just the main quest. and then now we're gonna have side quests for this chapter.
Do you have a moment?
You need not concern yourself over the Alliance forces that stayed behind. Claude is in command. He would not gamble with the lives of his allies unless he knew he could win. I am not privy to the exact details of his plan, but since he stayed, I am certain the odds are in his favor. He will emerge victorious and the Alliance will somehow benefit from the triumph. This is the type of man he is. Alright. I believe you. Hey, it's Flame.
Excuse me.
Those dark mages.
In fact,
I had truly hoped Lady Rhea would permit me to join her. However, my brother would not allow it. He insisted that I stay close by. I suspect he is wary of the dark mages that appeared in the previous battle. I suspect they are part of those who slither in the dark.
how awful.
I am not very familiar with them, but it is clear they are exceedingly dangerous. They are, Flame. Stay out of trouble. Your brother demands it. I should not be up on you like that. He'll get mad. Rumor has it that all the Emperor's siblings are already dead. Essentially, if we eliminate her, TKrazyO will likely become embroiled in a conflict over who should accede the throne next. To think that a 1,000-year Imperial bloodline may come to an end here. We will certainly be witnessing history in the making firsthand. That would suck. You okay, Yuri? There's Happy in the background.
Hey.
What's with that look? Is it really so strange that I'm here? No. Not at all. Sorry to interrupt. What are you praying for, if you don't mind me asking? Protection and victory. This battle is for the church's main headquarters, after all. The goddess could at least chip in a little. Though I'm sure the Imperial forces are praying to the goddess as well, for aid in their defense of Garreg Mach. Yet only one of us can win. In any case, praying before any big event has been a habit of mine ever since I was little. That's great, let me go talk to Happy. So, we're going to be chasing the enemy down while they try to escape?
Honestly, I don't know.
That gives me an icky feeling. It's almost like we're the bad guys now or something. Reminder, that's how you two met.
That reminds me.
That's what was happening when we first fought each other, remember? The Empire was chasing the Archbishop through the Valley of Torment. Yeah, it didn't feel right then either. That's also probably why I agreed to join you. I'm glad you did, Happy. You look happier. It's my boy Sylvain.
Got a second?
There are all sorts of wild stories about Count Bergliez, like that he killed a bear with his bare hands. He has bare hands? Sure, they could be exaggerations, but if there's any truth to them, it sounds like Bergliez and His Majesty are cut from the same cloth. Well, maybe it's not really fair to compare a king and a general, but I'm talking about sheer physical prowess. At the end of the day, I wouldn't want to go toe-to-toe with either of them. I wouldn't want to either.
Well met.
Most of the mercs who are working for the Empire have switched over to the Kingdom or Alliance. Everyone's pretty sure they know how this war will end up. A mercenary won't last long if they don't pick up from subtle shifts like that. Don't pick up on subtle shifts like that. Constance is just in here. I cannot believe Lady Edelgard has allowed Duke Aegir to do as he pleases. I fear all good sense has abandoned her. Wait, could it be? It does all add up, in that case. It would also explain why they disappeared. At any rate, I believe the current empire is being swallowed up by the darkness. The darkness swallows up the Empire. Let's talk to my boy, the Gatekeeper.
Greetings, friend.
I'm gonna do my best.
Nothing to report.
Greetings, Commander. Nothing to report. Although everyone is awfully busy bustling around trying to get ready for the coming battle.
Got it.
I'm gonna do my best and be a beacon of tranquility for all. You do that, friend. Who's over here? Shamir. Honestly, I would have rather been at Rhea than stuck here. Directly ask why. How come? I can't imagine why. It's how I prefer to fight, instead of brawling in that cramped ravine.
And that's it.
Launching a surprise attack on Garreg Mach would have been much more comfortable. That's just how she works. It makes sense. They're back together again.
How wonderful.
Emil, it feels like a dream being reunited with you. I'll never go so far away from you again. You and me are going to stick together from now on. But Mercedes, I am merely looking for a place to die. I have no reason to live, no path to follow. There is nothing for me now.
Not exactly.
But I'd be devastated if I lost you. I'll be happy so long as you can keep pushing on, Emil. I don't know if that's the reason enough for you to keep living, but I really hope it is. But the Death Knight, surely he'll come for you. You're you, Emil, and I'm not afraid of you. Not even a little. Besides, you don't have to worry. I've gotten a lot stronger these past 2 years. I'll give him stuff later. I'm gonna try to get that up immediately.
Hey!
Those creepy people popped up in Aisle L2. Just who are they? I swear I saw them when we battled the Western Church, and then again when we took out the Cornelia lady. That Cornelia lady. What's their aim here? Are they trying to help the Empire win the war? Who knows? Who knows, because I don't.
Greetings. Can we speak a moment?
It looks as though Duke Ayer's been partaking in the Emperor's authority to rule as he sees fit. Yet he also appears concerned about the Empire's decline, and is desperately trying to safeguard against it. Do you think his loyalty is sincere? He's being fake. I don't know, it seems to me like he doesn't care what happens as long as he's got power. Apparently, he used to have a reputation for being quite shrewd. Does time really alter people that much? Anyway, we should go after them now. It's the next logical step in advancing the war. Yeah, I think he's being fake. Because like, if he wasn't, then it's like he wouldn't be acting like this. I want to lock my door and throw away the key. Steep mountain paths, fire all over the place, the terrifying Count Bergliez showing up. That battle was so awful. I just want to lock my door and throw away the key. And now we're charging straight to Garreg Mach? Through even more mountains? I'll never relax again at this rate, not even after the war ends. There, Bernie. It's like they didn't want to load up her character model. It's a net.
Hey, by the way.
Hilda's brother, Holst. I think that's his name. He's really someone you can count on, isn't he? I wish I knew how I could get that strong. Claims to efficient training. You're certainly not lacking the effort. Maybe you could try to be more efficient with your training?
The short of it is...
I see. So you're saying I shouldn't just throw myself into everything with wild abandon. Alright, I'll give it some thought. I'll just have to find a way to get stronger that works for me.
Uh-huh.
At the very least, I want to get strong enough to protect the people I hold dear. Sing. Sing to your heart's content. Are you surprised to see scholars accompanying you? Huh. Do not be fooled by our appearance. We contribute a great deal to the battlefield. For example, determining what supplies are needed on the front lines, or how many units are required to capture a stronghold. Regardless of an army's strategy or martial prowess, victory cannot be achieved without precise calculations. Though many leaders disregard this fundamental fact, His Majesty fully appreciates it. It's good to know. Who's over here? Catherine. Everything's going according to plan, but I still can't shake this sense of unease. Lady Rhea and the others must be near the monastery by now. I sure hope they're safe. I'll reassure her. I wouldn't worry. They probably will have recaptured Garreg Mach by the time we get there.
I wonder...
Wouldn't that be nice? But who knows what enemies are waiting for them at the monastery.
I'll handle it.
We've got no time to waste. Whoever they are, we'll knock them down and barrel on through. Yeah, because she wants to be there, and Shamir wants to be there. I mean, it makes sense. Oh, there's something over here. Bocaceros 2. The creation. In the beginning, amid the great cloudless ocean, Bodlin came to be. At the end of a long journey, the goddess glimpsed that land, and there alighted. Upon that sacred ground, she breathed life into the world and created all of the creatures upon it. By the goddess's hand, plants took root, birds took to the sky, and animals roamed the land. Last of all, she created humanity. When the humans wished for power, she granted it. She gifted them the blessings of the heavens and of the earth. By way of the magical arts, humanity attained great power, yet unaware that great power portends great evil. By the grace of the goddess's divine protection, humanity thrived. Though her blessings, they grew prosperous and their numbers rose. Before long, they became the most powerful creatures in all of Bodlin. All was well until darkness descended from the north, a darkness that devoured the earth, desecrated the heavens, and threw the world and its inhabitants into a state of chaos. To face this evil force, the goddess created a new well of power. She gifted certain chosen individuals with sacred blood, allowing them to wield mystical weapons that they may prevail against the darkness. These souls, buoyed by their divine gifts, conquered the evil ones and drove them back to the north. They came to be known as heroes. The heroes experienced unnaturally long lives, persisting for hundreds of years. Even after they breathed their last, the power coursing through their blood remained, leaving an indelible mark upon this world. This power passed through bloodlines came to be known as the Crusts. The mystical weapons they once wielded are now called heroes' relics, and so the legend of a new age was born. The descendants of the heroes sought their ancestors' power, and thusly their blood. In time they amassed crests, relics, land, and wealth, using all to set the land aflame with war. The goddess's power, intended to stem the flow of evil, became a tool of destruction, all because of the greed of humanity. The goddess, grieved and heartbroken, hid herself in the heavens from whence she came. That explains a lot. The Valley of Torment lived up to its name. All those people crammed into that narrow ravine. I'll never forget the sight of it for as long as I live, no matter how much I wish I could scrub it out. Ugh, I need to think about something else. What's next? Are we all ready to go? I wish, Dorothea. As we go over here.
Hello there.
It appears Count Bergliez is now in charge of the Imperial Army. So I've heard. He put up one tough fight in AOL, whatever. Getting past him won't be easy. He still wishes to be the Emperor's shield, even though he knows what's going on in the Empire. His sense of duty is admirable. Sounds a lot like Dudu.
Let's see.
A guy who protects his leader no matter what? Reminds me of you, Dudu. You may be right. I would do the same if His Majesty were in a similar situation. Huh. I doubt you'd betray him even if he became a ruthless tyrant. I mean, he ain't wrong.
That's not good.
Ugh, this is real bad news.
Okay.
There's this guy back in Embar that I owe a whole bunch of money to, and now he's been captured by the Kingdom Army. Roll your eyes.
You're kidding.
Don't tell me you want him to get executed just so you can get out of paying your debt.
Yeah.
Hold on now. Don't go trashing my good name like that. I'm not trying to get out of my debts. Sure he's not.
How may I help you?
I have orders to march with the kingdom's forces, yet I cannot help but worry for her grace. Fortland will be thrown into absolute disarray should she come to any harm. The people would lose their spiritual support. Personally, I still believe the front lines are far too dangerous for her. But if that is what she wishes to do, far be it from me to try and stop her. My ear. From the arrow that they shot.
I was thinking.
It feels like the final battle's just around the corner, doesn't it, Commander? I know we still gotta recover Garreg Mach and capture the Imperial capital. But still, look how far we've come. I'm getting a little choked up just from thinking about it. Lintar's just there sitting. I never thought there'd come a day when I saw Count Bergliez as my enemy. Caspar was there as well, though it would appear he has escaped for the time being. Taking it well.
Hey.
You're taking this awfully well. Weren't you and Caspar childhood friends? Yes, but that is of little consequence now. He is not fighting for honor or any greater purpose. War is just his way of life, and he doesn't have the slightest intention of dying or losing. It was like one of those is gonna happen. Raphael.
So, yeah.
I heard that we're gonna have to pursue the enemy. I'm not really built for speed, you know. I don't think I could keep up if I tried. You look quick on your feet. Bony folks always tend to move faster. You don't have to worry about me falling behind. Just go on ahead and I'll catch up. Eventually. Bony folks. I don't know if, like, you should take offense to that or whatever, because it's just funny.
What do you think?
Do you remember Caspar, the Minister of Military Affairs' son? He's an old classmate of ours. I remember him. Yeah, we weren't friends or anything, but I remember him. He was in the Black Eagles, wasn't he?
Right.
That's right. I talked to him a handful of times in the dining hall and at the training grounds. He was a little rough around the edges. But I've got to admit, his positive attitude was contagious. If we had met under different circumstances, I wonder if we might have been friends. We were in 3 houses, because I did recruit him in there. Yeah, because I recruited him, Ignatz, and Raph. I recruited like a lot of people from both houses. We finally gained the upper hand, but the enemy still has the formidable Count Bergliez on their side. If only Hulse were here. Tough.
No way.
Hey, no need to be scared. We've got plenty of strong commanders, if I do say so myself. Yes, that's right. You're certainly no pushover yourself. But still, it's hard not to worry. Oh, Holst. They really look up to Holst. Probably because Hilda's... Probably because Hilda.
I see.
Phew. We've arrived at as your reinforcements, and just in the nick of time. I don't see that insufferable, lovely Viscount Bergliez anywhere. Has he not arrived yet? Well then, allow me to offer my support in his stead. You can count on me. I can surely count on you, Viscount, whatever your name was.
Actually,
the entire army's on pins and needles. Maybe it's because we're about to reclaim the monastery. Garreg Mach has always held incredible significance to the people of Fodlan. I wonder if it'd be comparable to a temple of the gods or a sacred site in Dusker. Understanding the customs and mindset of another culture can certainly be a challenge. And last but not least, I suppose I should be grateful to Claude and the rest of the Alliance. He said he'd devised a strategy that would keep the enemy at bay using only the Alliance forces. I do hope they are all safe, though. Optimism.
What do you think?
Claude's a smart guy. I'm sure whatever plan he's cooked up will see them through. Indeed. He has always been someone who thinks outside the box, ever since our time at the Officers' Academy. It would be a serious blow to lose the strength of the Alliance army, considering the rest of our strategy.
Now then.
Let us place our trust in Claude's abilities and, yes, even his word. We will press on and do what must be done. Yes, we shall do so. So, there's not much else. There's not much else I can do. Like, other than give Yuritsa a bunch of gifts and get his support up all the way for Shez. That and like stuff like buying materials, making weapons, leveling up people, trying to level up classes and whatnot. But I'll do that off screen. Same thing like eating and whatnot. That's good.
Hey, this is great. I bet anyone would love this stuff.
Look, you've got food all over your face. Hold still and I'll wipe it clean.
Please stop. I'm an adult. I can do it myself.
Come back whenever you're hungry.
It's like they probably have something with the Chore Master. But I think that'll be all for this base camp focus. Next time, I'm gonna have to check the war map at some point, but next time, I'm pretty sure there are side quests and stuff like that, so we'll be getting back into that again. I'll try to get them out quicker, so we can just like get through all of this, because there are games coming out, and it's like I want to play them. It's like I want to do a whole bunch of stuff, but oh man, I just want to beat this. I'm enjoying this though. So thank you for watching. If you're still watching up until this point, thank you for supporting this playthrough. And until next time, I'll be seeing ya.